welcome today to this video. I want to thank you all for following me and for being so friendly and supportive and kind. If you guys want to know a little bit more about the HSN channel, I'll link down below. That's the person who thankfully allowed me to use this new intro. So if you guys like this new intro, please let me know in the comments down below. It is the city of Indianapolis, and I'm very grateful and thankful that I was able to utilize some of its video and then kind of like twist it and tweak it here and there with its permission. So hopefully you guys are enjoying everything. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Beauty Blender foundation. This is a brand new foundation for me. This is only sold at Sephora and the Beauty Blender website. I had a really hard time trying to get my accurate shade. It retails, I believe, for $39, $49. I'll double check that for you guys. This is a liquid whip long wear foundation. I would have to say that I had a hard time finding my shade just because they seem to have quite of a lighter and fair tones when it comes to their foundation range, and I felt like for a reason I just had a hard time. So I had to go and ask an expert to see how can I try another one and just utilize a sponge or a brush. And so far I ended up using and getting the blend 3.70, and also I have a couple of items here with me. This is a Morphe Flawless Beauty Sponge. This is to apply the foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and try this one for the very first time on this channel and see how it looks, how it wears, how it works on me. I also am going to compare half of my face with the Beauty Sponge by Morphe, as well as a buffing brush for the liquid foundation in here. Then I'm also going to be utilizing two new products too. These are the NYX HD Studio Photogenic concealers. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about it, please let me know in the comments down below. As usual, I'm gonna go ahead and get my skin ready. I'm gonna prep my skin. This will be the Facial Radiance Pad by First Aid Beauty. This is kind of like a toner. I've already cleansed, so I'm gonna just go ahead and make sure you use this one as a toner. And I'm just gonna go with soft motions over here. That way I know my skin is fully ready for whatever it's next. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. I'm very excited because I have been working very hard to get a lot of new products on this channel, and I think I've been making a progress. So hopefully you guys like this result. So my skin is already cleansed and toned. Just gonna make sure I use a little bit of Mario Badescu for extra hydration. I'm gonna use the new Clinic ID, the purple cartridge. It's for fineness and wrinkles. It's still hydration for your skin. You use 2 pumps, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just make sure I apply it all over my skin. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let it sink in for a little bit. Now I'm gonna use my Clinic Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer. Now remember, this is a moisturizer as well as a primer, both infused into one product. And the reason why it's because it's easier on the go. So I like to be simple. I like to be on a normal daily basis what I would do. So this is what I would do. It does feels a little bit silicone-y. I've also done a review on this product. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about it, please let me know, and I'll link that below too. So just go ahead and massage it onto my skin. I'm very excited because this is the third or fourth Christmas that I spent with my partner, and then this will be the very second time that I'm gonna spend it with my partner and my dad, both at the same time. So let's see. So I feel like everything has been moisturized and glowed to the gods. Now this foundation, I feel like it will be something very much like very full coveragey. So this is the preparation of my skin. Just gonna make sure everything is set. So we're gonna go ahead and open this. It comes with the silver box in it, and it just has like a rose gold to it around it, which is pretty cool. It also says this is a weightless buildable whipped liquid foundation that can be layered from medium to maximum coverage to address both tone and texture, never dull or greasy. Skin gets that pro artist velveteen finish that looks picture perfect IRL and on screen. It says full coverage, velveteen finish, moisturizing, boosting hyaluronic acid. It's an antioxidant rich wild birch extract. So that's it. It says directions. Hold the ball at a 45 angle and dispense foundation into the reservoir to create a surface from mixing or pump directly onto your sponge or skin. Then use a damp beauty blender sponge to blend our foundation, building coverage as desired. So I don't have I'm not gonna use a beauty blender. Not that I don't have one, but I just don't wanna use a beauty blender. I wanna use a Morphe blender and see how it works. So I'm gonna open it from the bottom. So I feel like that's easier. Comes with a rosy container in it too. Very feminine, I would say. Has shows you some directions in here. If you guys want to know a little bit more about it, please let me know. This is what it looks like. It's very like I don't know, you can see like it looks really pretty. It's like a bouncy. So it says here and then made in Italy on the shade 3.70. So it has a lock on the back, so we're just gonna go ahead and unlock it, and I'm just gonna start pressing it. So the pump, it's pumping, like it's going up. I don't know if you can see it. Is that not it? No, it is it. For some reason it's not pumping. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm literally pumping. Press here, that's what it says. Remove before they use. Okay, so it has a lock in here, which I thought I was not supposed to take off. I guess I have to take it off. I don't know where I can take it off because it just looks tricky. So I just gotta go ahead and remove this little thingy. Little seal. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pump it. Now it's going all the way down. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold it at a 45 angle. Nothing is coming out. It's been a lot of pumps already. Don't want it to turn into like a messy foundation review. Now I did have used this product already a couple of times, but I just wanted to make sure. Not with the Morphe sponge or a Morphe brush. Ooh, it's bumping. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna go ahead and apply it half of my face with this brush and then half of my face with the sponge. Hope you guys like it. So far I'm finished blending on the sponge. I haven't even checked so far. I do have to say that so far I'm not enjoying the mess that it causes with this beauty blender. I like the fact that it's very easy to use. I guess you can clean it up with your own sponge. But it does get the foundation in between the pump and that circle applicator. I just don't enjoy that. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look onto how it looks on everything. And let's see. I feel like so far I'm liking this this side. And I feel like it's because it gave me more of a complexion perfection. Like it just gave me more full coverage. Whereas over here just gave me like a very natural coverage, even though I used 4 pumps over here and 3 pumps over here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use a concealer and try to let it sink in for a little bit. I have the NYX HD Studio. This one, it's a new concealer to me. It is sold on Macy's.com. And this one, it says it's made in China. Once it's open, it's only good for 6 months. So it is more of a fuller coverage. We're gonna go ahead and see how it works. It says here that it's on the shade 04.5, which is right here. And we're gonna see how this one works, if it works fine on my skin, and how it looks, honestly. I'm very excited to try this product right now, because I've never tried it before. And I've heard really good stuff about it. Has a nice doe foot applicator. Doesn't smells like really, doesn't smells like anything so far. So we're gonna see how this one works. One thing for sure that I really enjoyed is that with the sponge of Morphe, I was able to go all the way in on my eyes. With the buffing brush, I wasn't able to do that. So we're gonna see how now product sits on top of it. I feel like overall it looks very well blended. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump onto the concealing and see how this one works. We're gonna go ahead and dip it back. I'm gonna bring it back all the way over here. We're gonna see how this one works. I'm gonna use this beauty blender just because buffing brush wouldn't go all the way in, and we're sticking to Morphe today. And I feel like this color sits really well on me. Look, and I remember, I am the kind of person who likes it still natural, sometimes very full coverage, it works for me. And sometimes just very natural, like sheer coverage works as well. So far, let's see how this one works. Just gonna go ahead and dab it all over my eye. It does brighten up, and I feel like the color that I chose online, even though for me it is really hard sometimes to choose a color online because you can't really see what it's gonna look like in person, I felt like this one I did a good job. This one looks more for contour maybe, or concealing, but overall I like it. I'm liking it so far. Just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of line over here just to make sure I hide that darkness around our eyes and kind of brighten up a little bit more. So I'm very happy to tell you guys that in Indianapolis it is not snowing right now. So even though it's Christmas time, it's just kind of a little bit windy and cold, but it's not as crazy cold. And today we have the sun, so I'm excited for it. Lately I have been working really hard on many things, making a lot of videos for you guys, and just basically bringing the game on. So I would say I'm gonna let it sink in for a little bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of my Redesco. Just gonna let it sink in. And now I think we're gonna jump into a contour. Now this is a curvy contour, this is a creamy contour. The reason why I wanted to do this one this time is because I feel like I need to know how this one works with the liquid and creamy products on it, on top of it, because sometimes like the Anastasia Beverly Hills was my best foundation for the longest time. It wasn't until I saw how it actually works with products sitting on top of it and I saw the foundation breaking up that I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about you anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and try to see if I can contour this part of in here. I do notice that over this area I don't have a lot of product in it. I'm just gonna make sure I bring it over here. So for contour, I always try to do the Kim K. Make sure I enhance wherever I need to. I feel like when it comes to this creamy contour stick by Clinique, it does get a little bit hard to blend. So what I'm gonna be using, it's a new brush that I actually got last time when I went to Ulta. And this is the M459, and this is by Morphe. For the longest time, I was talking to one of my friends, and she was telling me that she had always gone to Ulta and be like, hey, I wanna try the Morphe products, but I'm not really sure how they would work. And I feel like I've been liking them so far. When you wash them, you don't have any issues. Oh, this is a nice contour brush. So far, I'm liking it. I feel like when you wash them, the bristles doesn't come off. And they are very easy to use. Like, I feel like they are very durable for the price that they are. Mostly in Ulta, you can use a lot of like coupons and all that good stuff. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and see how this one blends in here. On top of it, let's just see how it works. Can you tell the line in here? Or am I not blending it all the way? I like that one, works fine. I feel like it just looks like steel there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlight, and this will be the highlight by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Liquid Glow on shade Perla. Excuse me. And this is Anastasia Liquid Glow and shade of Perla. And what I'm gonna be doing on this one is I'm gonna be applying this with maybe a sponge. And I have the Echo Tool sponge over here. So we're gonna go ahead and use it for the first time. I was telling other of my friends that we work together that it's really hard for me to apply liquid ones because I feel like I have less precision, but I feel like everything that is new usually gives you a hard time. So you just gotta work with it. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. I feel like Perla enhances my natural skin tone. They have other like 4 colors, but I feel like this one just sits very well. See how it's just blinding, just naturally blinding. Now I'm also excited because I ordered a couple of brushes on Amazon, and those are some brushes that I really enjoy. They do the job just fine for the price that they are. I'm gonna show you right now what it looked like. How do we like this highlight? Is it popping or not popping? I feel like it's popping. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this one. A little goes a long way with this one for sure. You don't need a lot of product in this one. I feel like this was a really good purchase for me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the brushes that I was talking to you about. These are the Emax design. This one are sold on Amazon, and I feel like they're really good quality brushes. And I think I only spent like $4 on these brushes here. It comes with a bunch of brushes for sure. Like $4, and honestly, the ones that I have from last year, they just last a long time. So it comes with a self-description. It comes with a foundation brush, an eyeshadow brush, a flat top shadow brush, round blooming brush, angled top brush. It comes with an eyeshadow brush, eyebrow brush, and another eyeshadow brush, 2 eyeshadow brushes, an eyeshadow sponge. It comes with an eyeliner. It comes with an eyeshadow brush, an eyebrow brush. It comes with a concealer, lip brush, eyeliner, sponge, mascara wand, and ultra fine liner. So while I let this sink in for a little bit, and I'm gonna spray a little bit of the Mario Badescu. I'm gonna show you what this ones look like. Like very nice, very dense. I really enjoy them. I don't know, I feel like they are really good quality for the price that they are. I'm gonna just make sure I focus in this video. And what I wanted to tell you guys is that so far I like this foundation. For me, is it approved? Would I wear it? Would I keep repurchasing it? Why not? And I'm gonna say why not just because I feel like it works just fine. It looks very natural. It gives you a very velvety finish like it says. But, here's my but. The only concern I have is that foundation that it's sitting on top of, like right there in the applicator circle, I feel like it's gonna be really hard to reach out and clean out. I feel like it's gonna be a problem for me. Like even we're just gonna try to use a Q-tip. Like it's just hard to get it. See how much product was sitting in there? Like I don't think you can take it off easily. Like it's just gonna be hard. See, and this is what I'm telling you. It's just sitting on there, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable. The fact that there's so much foundation sitting on it. Now this is an only 1 ounce, I believe. It is 1 ounce only. Usually foundations, let me see if I have another one in here. Usually foundations have a little bit more, I feel like. And with this one, I just feel like it just has 1 ounce. Like it's okay. It could be better, but hey, it's 1 ounce. Well, I have one here. This is a clinic. This is still 1 ounce. But this one was $28. This one was almost $49 or $39, I believe. And I feel like, to me, it looks very luxurious. It does has this little like applicator, like a setup applicator where you can just grab your product and on the go and clean it up. It's very nice because it can get a little bit messy sometimes when you just apply it on your hand. So it's very nice that you have that option. But I would say that overall, when it comes to the packaging, I like it. Is it easy to use? In a way. If you don't remove the little seal that it had, it's gonna be hard. A lot of the times people are not gonna notice that there's a seal too here, so you're gonna be just bumping it. And when they finally unlock the screw, they're gonna get a lot of product, and I'm pretty sure no one's gonna be happy with the mess. I would say that overall, it does give you a very velvety finish. Oh, I do see the harsh lines still there. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure. It sits well on your skin. It does sit well on your skin. It looks very nice. It's gonna look very nice mostly if you have a normal, probably combo to dry or combo to oily. But if you're more oily, I would say that this one is gonna look very like glowy. It has that velvety like sheer. You're probably not gonna enjoy it as much if you are more combo to oily or oily. For sure, if you're a dry person, you're gonna like it a lot. It does gives you a nice, elegant feeling to it. But again, a lot of the times we don't buy products because of how they look. Not most of the times. We buy them because we want them to work. Overall, I would say it does give you a very full coverage. Which side do I like better? I like better the left one, the one I did with the sponge. I felt like it gave me more of a fuller complexion naturally and immediately when I applied it and dabbed it on with the sponge. As where I was using the buff brush, I felt like it took more time to blend it out, and it felt like it needed to be blended perfectly. Otherwise, it was just gonna look like, you know, not well done. So far, this is what it looks like. Products so far, I would say that are sitting better on the sponge side. It does look like I need more blending on the one with the brush. Creams have a hard time blending with this product, and liquids look very natural. Now, it does say that it works well with texture. I still see the little texture I have over here. And over here, I have a little bit more texture. It doesn't look as bad as with other foundations would look like. Like when I use the Makeup Forever full coverage foundation that they have with the doe foot applicator, that one enhances my texture a lot. But with this one, it looks natural still. It looks good. It doesn't look extravagant. It doesn't look like it's just sitting on top of it. It looks like it's just part of my skin. And it doesn't look like an off color for me because I'm usually like this on a daily basis. So you can't really tell my neck. But it did give me a hard time when I was looking for the shade. And I was very happy that the lady who helped me at Sephora was not only friendly, she immediately grabbed one and she said, put it on, try to see if you like it. And I put it on one of my side and I felt like it matched right there and then. I was a little bit skeptical because of the price point. I was gonna be like, I don't wanna feel uncomfortable by coming back and returning something that probably wasn't really a match. But I'm happy to say that overall this was a great match by the Sephora employee. And it did a really good job. Would I repurchase it again? I would see myself using this product on a daily basis for sure, but I don't know if I would repurchase it. I would happily finish this product, but I don't know if I would want to spend that much money again. Would I recommend it? For sure. If you're looking for a full velvety finish matte and you're like more of a fuller coverage or medium to fuller coverage, you're probably gonna love it a lot. If you're on the drier side, you're gonna love it. But you gotta make sure you use either a sponge, a Morphe sponge, or like they say, a damp beauty blender. Because with the buff brush, it's gonna take a little bit more time because it's whipped foundation, it's whipped. So you gotta make sure you blend it out till your skin kind of like adheres, like the foundation adheres to the skin. Otherwise, that whipped is just gonna stay on top of it. Now, I do have to say, I have been trying a new moisturizer. This is a moisturizer whipped by Olive Olay. And I would say that these two types of whips, even though this is a moisturizer and this is a foundation, they feel different. So this is a whipped gel. So see how easy it is. Like you can't even tell it anymore. It's just like glowy. Whereas this kind of whipped, we're just gonna go ahead and damp one more time. Because why not? We're just gonna go ahead and, this whip takes a little bit, and it does feel a little bit tacky on my hand. Like I'm just trying to make sure I can blend it out. This is the color again on 3.70. Whereas this whipped, it's just taking a little bit more. And you know what I'm trying to say? I hope that makes any sense. Like this type of whipped cream, just like a gel, like your skin adheres to it. Like it just boom, I'm hungry. But this one is just like, I'm gonna take a little bit of time. Now I do have to say that it does oxidize a little bit, so it doesn't look like this. I would say that if you're looking for something that wouldn't oxidize as much, you definitely need like an oil or a vitamin C on top of it. That way it doesn't look that oxidized. It does gives you that velvety finish, like you can tell in my hand. In comparison to this one, it does gives you a velvety finish, like a hydrating, and it doesn't feel tacky. It just feels natural, and it feels very hydrating because it has a hyaluronic acid infused in it. So overall, I would say that if you're between your 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s or 60s or 70s or 15s and 20s, you're looking for a hydrating moisturizing foundation, this is a really good option. If you're looking for I wouldn't even know if this is oil free. I know this is like vegan or something like that. I know that this is kind of like vegan or something like that. It doesn't claims it in here, but for sure, I mean, you know, read it and try to see if this one will be a good match for you. And I overall like it, but I'm not like, this is something that you need to buy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I just need a velvety or like a sheer foundation, Even Better Glow does the job for me from Clinique. There are other options out there, or like even one of my favorite drugstore foundations that are right here. This is the CoverGirl. What you doing, CoverGirl? CoverGirl True Blend Matte Foundation. This one is a really good choice for me. It does gives me a hydrating matte finish, like matte dewy finish. Overall, this one was like $5 or $7. So you have $40 foundation. This one has the same amount, 1 ounce. I feel like overall it just gives you the same kind of results that you're looking for, and you don't even need to worry about anything else, if that makes any sense. We're just gonna finalize with a little bit of brush on my brows, just to make sure I don't look like crazy. Now this is one of the Emex brushes, and this is a Smashbox dark brown. No, this is what it looks like. So I like to do this. I think I went a little bit crazy on this. And then overall, I would say that I would repurchase it if I wanted to splurge the money. But if I don't have the money and there are other options, for sure, I would definitely try something else. Just because I feel like this brown, it's already horrible. Just because I feel like overall, I would definitely want to try something else rather than just stick to somebody or something that I'm not 100% in it for it. I feel like they need to definitely work better with the foundation ranges when it comes to the shades, and then also with the texture, because a lot of people are not going to like it when they are more oily, because it definitely feels a little bit hydrating and a little bit like not tacky, but tacky. So you think about it, give it a try, see if Sephora has your shade range, and give it a try. And you know, do you have more options? You have Rihanna there. You have many choices that I can't even tell you about right now. Overall, I would say that this Morphe brush, the Morphe brush and the beauty sponge, it didn't make me feel like I made a bad purchase. I feel like this is a really good sponge for $7. And it is a really good product. It feels very durable. It does feels very comfortable to the skin. It feels bouncy. It doesn't look uncomfortable. Really easy to use. Whereas the Eco Tools, it just feels like, not shade to Eco Tools, but Eco Tools was $6. Morphe was $7. And so far, I'm liking the Morphe stuff. They are doing a really good job. I can't complain about them. So far, this is my review. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys don't judge me so much. I hope you guys can tell me what do you guys think about it. And I'm just gonna stand a little bit closer to you guys so you guys can see the highlight. Tell me how you like it. Tell me how you feel about it. And what are your Christmas goals for this year. With all this being said, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you leave your comments down below and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.